routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Carr's throw complete there to Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down, New Orleans.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This 2nd and 4.
Here's Carr to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10. Dobbs goes in motion.
Blue check. Hustle, hustle.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Here's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On now is the Packers punter.
Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
play action. Now it's Carr.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They stay on the ground. This time, it's Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them with short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Returnable for Watson.
It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Packers 7, Saints nothing.
Come on, set.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now.
Now a second and 10.
Ready?
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, set.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
Set, cut.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Set. Ready. Hut, hut.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The 1st touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Working from the gun, it's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. He's got a 1st and maybe more. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. There he goes, right side. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Meanwhile, Carr's throw there taken in by Smith.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Watson. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not real. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They'll take over at 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is Carr. And this one complete to Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Packers' 24-yard line.
Carr now to throw. Over the middle to Smith. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. Catch here, left side, Thomas. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And Dillon going to pick up a Packers first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Love now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ultra. Go ultra. Pause red. Set.
On 3rd down, Love.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Williams fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now Love.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player, and not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. In motion right is Smith.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Kamara is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Carr going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Foster Moreau, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Carr will look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
Come on, set.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Jones. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A punt return of 65 yards.
And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Packers 21.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Okay, ready?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Ready.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Ready.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Hey, red. Set.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
Stiff-armed him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
Ready.
Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers.
And this is the type of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Saints.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing his car. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here comes second down at 5.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Carr.
And Thomas has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Carr to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready, ready.